Hello, my name is Fiona Stanton from Fee's Papercraft. Today I am showing you how to do some of the projects from November's class. So we're going to do this project, which is a quick card with some blending and some ink embossing on it. So the colours I'm using are Balmy Blue, Pacific Point and Misty Moonlight. So we start with our card, and I've also got one of the Stampin' Up silicone mats, which really helps with blending the colour out. Now this does take a little bit of time, so be patient. I would set your ink pads out and put your sponges or daubers or whatever you're using in the pack. Actually, I do put I put half a sponge in there, so you can just cut it into 3 like this. So whatever sponges you're using, just put them on your ink pad so you don't get confused. This helps with me, it might help with you. And then really it's just a slow process just to get the colour down. Going with the lightest first. Now it's going to look blotchy, unblended for a while. You just need to take your time and just keep going over. I start off the card, then go on, so I don't get a big kind of blob of ink on your card. So I'm going to speed this bit of the video up now because it's going to take me a while to lay all the colours down. It just takes time, so take your time doing it as well. Don't rush. Okay, and I'll see you in a few minutes. So what I'm doing, I'm laying down Balmy Blue first of all, then Pacific Point, then Misty Moonlight. And then what I do, I go back over with Pacific Point and ending with Balmy Blue. This is just to make sure and to give a nice smooth blend. I like to go from light to dark, and I go back from the darkest to the lightest. So we've inked it up and we've got a nice layering of ink with Balmy Blue in the middle, Pacific Point and Misty Moonlight blending out. Now what's important, or what I've tried to do, it might not work, is that I've let it dry for a little bit because this will help. So we're going to heat emboss on it, and if it's too wet you'll get embossing powder all over it. I don't know if you can see this card. I didn't let this card dry and there are speckles of heat embossing all over it, of embossing powder all over it. Now I don't particularly mind, you can see it there actually, I don't particularly mind, it adds to the kind of the feel of the card, a bit more grungy, a bit more antique-y, but it's up to you. So I've left it for about half an hour. You can see how the ink soaks through, so there's a lot of ink on here. We are going to dust it with this. I would probably leave it longer than I have. I've left it for about 5-10 minutes, if that. I'm putting a lot of this is your embossing buddy. I would use this if you can, put quite a bit of that on there to try and reduce the static and reduce the way the powder will sit on there. But if you can, leave it for an afternoon, or leave it for as long as you can, really, to try and reduce that bit. Of course you don't have to. If you like that kind of look, then that's fine, but I thought I'd try and see if it would work. Right, so greeting in the middle, as straight as we can expect from me, which probably isn't particularly straight. And then we've got these snowflake stamps, which we're just going to stamp on and around. I've got, so we've got these, this is a bigger one, and there's one over there with smaller snowflakes, which we can infill with. Trying to avoid the centre, because I can't actually see my greeting very clearly, because it's on obviously a lighter bit, but we will see what we get. And we've got this little one here, which we can just use just to go around a little bit. Okay, hopefully you didn't see too much on top of my head there. I've got some silver embossing powder, which I'm just going to sprinkle over quite liberally. Can't speak. There we go. Okay. Let me get this back in the pot. There we go. See if there's somewhere I can hold this, and I'm just going to give this a blow. And tap it on the back as well. Just try and loosen up some of the loose powder. And then I'm just going to heat. And that's all. Oh, I'll just put my finger in it. Yeah, give it a few minutes to cool down. Don't put your finger in it like I did. Right, that's quite sweet. Okay, so now we're just going to layer up this card. So I've got the card blank. And it's a really simple card actually, once you've done that bit. Get rid of that. I've got some silver foil cut down. I'm just going to put some glue on here. Curls a little bit when you heat emboss it, but it does flatten out once you've got it kind of layered up. And that can go on the card. And obviously you can put a greeting in the middle if you want to. So that is the one I've just made, and that was the original. This one's a little bit lighter, which I think works a bit better. You can see some of the embossed detail better. Let me lay them flat and you can see. There you go. Thank you very much.